Hello Libra, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 26th of October through to the 2nd of November. Really getting into your new year now, and implementing things. And we saw that on Cymatic TV, our sister channel, where we do the energy update. And the elements that came through on the energy update was earth, water, and air energy. Now that leaves you with the fire energy. Now that's very particular on your flower. We'll have a look at that in the moment. From the messages from energy that was on this channel here, the crown chakra was singing its praises, singing consciousness's praises. It was a really beautiful chakra sequencing. You should really go and see it. And the overall message that came out about it was the application of your vision into your here and now. So you may have an idea in your vision that is very long term for a goal or an ambition, but in order to get to that ambition, you've got to put the steps in place in order to get there. And applying your vision in the here and now is really important. Adapting to the situations at the moment is really important going forward. Let's just have a look at your Astroflower. And obviously the only element that's not really coming through was this fire energy. And you've only got fire energy in these section here in your flower. You know, it's the conversion of the past to the future. And this is where I think you should be concentrating on that. How you develop your future success, how you develop your future emotional connection with other people. And you can do that on your relationship side. It's that mutable energy. So it's playing a little bit with your passions. And also on your financial side, you get the fixed fire. So it's being very sort of like consistent with your determination within all of that. And I think that's where you got the most control over it. Apart from that, it's actually going to be very relaxed. I think you've got a good idea, or according to the elements, you should have a good idea of where you're going or what you want to achieve on your life path, on both your relationships and financial side, and who to connect with as well. And I also think the here and now, which is all of this sort of section here where you've got earth, water and air, I think the everyday life is going to be straightforward, really easy to deal with. But that's going to leave you lots of space to actually then start pushing those passions for what you want on your relationship side and what you want on your financial side. So let's just get a message from the general energies for you. Connecting to the energy now. Here we go. It's very similar to Capricorn, actually. You've got this mist that's disappearing. That's disappearing. And that mist is revealing that beautiful blue sky, that sunshine. Blue sky. You know, what's that ELO song? You know, it's revealing that to you. You know, and it's like you've finally got a cap on your Capricorn. You finally got a cap on your compass, so you know the direction you want to take. And it's like, okay, here it is. Let's go and do it. Yeah, Aces. Look at that. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is all about a light bulb moment, or even sort of like expressing your ideas, speaking your truth, but it's also about dispelling the mists around from your pathway and clearing the vision, clearing the view for you. And I think you're doing that. I think that's within you this week, certainly on your financial side. On your relationship side, you get the Empress card. Absolutely brilliant for you, Libra. The Empress card has all that wheat at her feet, and she can manifest that wheat by combining multitudes of different types of elements and knowing, what makes her tick. What makes you tick? Do you know what makes you tick? If you know what makes you tick, it's going to be very much easier then to engage in relationships and play with your passions, because you'll only accept things that make you tick. Therefore, it should be very, very enjoyable for you. Don't mess around on your time trying to make other people feel comfortable at the moment. It's not worth it at the moment. You've got plenty of time to do that in the future. This week here, I think you've got to just concentrate on the things that make you tick. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. There's a decision you need to make. Either you accept something or you let it go. It seems like that, and I think you've got more than one thing on your plate. And because you've got more than one thing on your plate, there's some things that you kind of think, that will distract me. That will stop me getting my, that's what I feel like on the financial side. Yeah, you get the moon card on your karmic path. I think you're revealing upon your pathway the distractions or the temptations to be, to deviate you from your true path. And I think you're starting to see that. Because of that Page of Swords, you're dispelling that mist of that pathway around you. And you get on the connections with the outside world there, and your synchronicities and your networking, you get the King of Swords. Your clear judgment. You know what you want. This is what I was saying earlier on. You know what you want. And it's very clear, and the vision is becoming very clear. It's also becoming very clear who it's good to work with, who it's not good to work with, who you feel good about working with, and so forth, in regards to your business, your projects, or your job, whichever it is. It's becoming very, very clear for you. In the past, you got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I still think you know what you wish you want to be doing, and there's some things you want to do that you've got to do, that it's not necessarily easy to do it, but you've got to do it. And that's why you've got to be careful of the distractions, because that will stop you from concentrating on what you need to do in order to convert your ideas into reality. And that was your past. I think you've been working hard at it. This is your future. You get the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think this is the moment you make this choice within your life. All of a sudden, it's going to open up a mission for you, and you've got to be ready to just seize the moment and go for it. Don't and ah over it, Libra, like you can do. Don't and ah over it this week here. When you recognise it, seize it. Really do seize it. Yeah, look at that. Within your everyday life, I think this is all about that. You have a great opportunity to seize life. You have a great opportunity out with the old and in with the new, a real sort of passionate direction on your financial side, because you're realizing that there's certain aspects that you might have been harping over in the past, or that you've got in your life at the moment that, I've tried it and it didn't work. Therefore, I really need to go towards what is, spiritually, morally, karmically, what I should be doing, because that's where you're going to find your success. Okay, let's just see what's going on the relationship side of your life. Let's see what's going on with there. At no point, especially in relationships, right? At no point in a relationship can you ignore our own part in the situation. And I almost feel like, I think you're realizing where, or you've realized this is the thing is, and I think that's what the Empress card is all about. It's help you to come to terms with how strong your spirit is, Libra. You have a real strong strength within your spiritual desire, and your within you. It's really strong, and it may not necessarily be easy for the rest of the world to deal with because it's so strong. And I think this is where you're realizing how to temper it, how to use the ingredients and mix the ingredients, and be a little bit more sort of subtle with the ingredients in order to to put in position situations that bring absolute happiness and joy for you. Yeah, there is a transition. You're transitioning, this is on your karmic path, you're transitioning from something from the past into the future, from choppy waters into calm waters. But I do think you need to be expressive about this. And, I also get this, I do get a sensation of a realization of a past situation that, sometimes, we all do it. And, we stick by our guns that maybe we shouldn't have. and stuff like that. And this is where I think there's a realization that's happening for you according to your happiness. And with that realization, this connection to the outside world, the socializing, the synchronicity with another person, this is giving you a new chapter to work upon and explore. And I think this is where you should be inviting things into your life that work for you. People who work, not work for you, but work with you. That it's something that you can grow together. And there's an opportunity here to learn from the past, to really excel in your future in a beautiful way. And look at that, you get the Justice card in your past. Yes, I do think that's, you're pulling justice upon yourself. You don't have to knock yourself stupid, But I do think there's a realization, a revelation for you, kind of going, there, I was a little bit too harsh. And I might have missed an opportunity because I was too harsh. And that allows you, that liberates you and allows this beautiful energy to come in with the Ace of Pentacles. One of these realizations is what tickles your fancy. And on this Six of Pentacles, he's giving gladly to one and judgment upon the other. And this is where I think you're feeding part of your life that actually builds on respect between you and another person, and that person and you, as it were. And that allows you to use and to plant for your future that pentacle. And that's what you're doing with the Page of Pentacles right at the top in the here and now. This conversion from past to future, from the justice into, okay, no, do you know what? I'm only going to encourage beautiful things into my life that makes me feel good and makes me feel happy. And yeah, look at that. You get the Page of the overall card here, you get the Page of Wands. It's learning how to apply your passions into life. And you don't have to apply them a lot at the moment in order to get some really good effects on you. On your financial side, yeah, it is a bit of a tower moment. It's a realization. It's a change of belief systems, how you put your passions into life. I think it's letting go of one thing in order leaving the space for something that is very much more passionate for you to grow, as it were. So there you go, Libra. Thanking you very much for being here. Really do appreciate you being here. I hope you get the best out of this readings. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking, sharing. It's also beautiful to see your comments. Don't forget about the messages from energy here on the Astroflower or the energy update over on Cymatic TV. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.